Hey guys, you're chilling with your boy Young, and today we're doing, we're back at it again. It's been like, what, it's been like a while now. So anyway, down to business, right? 3 months later, how is it been? How's Skeem Saam being in terms of their storylines and whatnot? Do they have what it takes to, to still push to that number one spot or what? So, um, today now I'm gonna focus on certain characters in the drama that I feel like, well, what's the point of them? They're sort of irrelevant, whether they do have any storylines in or not. They just don't make any effect. So my question is then, why keep them? But anyway, so we're gonna try to see the characters that I feel like they should be scrapped out of the drama, or they should be reinvented and brought up with some really good storylines. Okay, so now the first character, which of course is on everyone's mind, is Sonti's character. What's that all about? I mean, what's going on there? So I don't quite get the storyline as to, do we really need a Sonti in this in this drama? And the reason why I'm saying this character, for me, maybe it's not the character as such, but the storyline that they're giving this character, that is the problem. The writers here, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make something work that won't work. They're more like trying as hard as they can to keep this character um, in the drama, but the way they're going about it is totally wrong. Bring in some good storylines, and then you will see the relevancy of the character, because let's not get things twisted here. It's the storyline that make the character, not the other way around. So the people fall in love with the storylines before they can fall in love with the character. The character, they don't make the story make the character. This is the same thing that happened with the creator of Generations. That during the time when he fired all the cast, that was due to the same reason. Is the story that make the character. So in that instance, the character felt like, hey, we make the story, so let's go on to this strike. He will do whatever it takes to keep us here. And guess what? He got rid of them for the only reason being is the story that makes the character. So you can throw in different storylines, you can put in different characters. What I'm telling you now is, if we were to reinvent the wheel on Skeem Saam, right? Bring in new storylines, exciting storylines, bring in new characters. Trust me, at first you feel like, no, well, it won't be the same, because you sort of not used to the new characters. But as soon as you fall in love with the storylines, eventually you will fall in love with the characters. That's how it is. So in this case, I feel like, in the Sonti's case, by the way, I feel like the writers are not making any effort into us falling in love with the character. That's why, it turns out to be like, okay, we have this character Sonti, but what's the point here? And I see what they're trying to do now. They're trying to bring the relevancy of Sonti's character through the Lihasa character, which again, I also don't see the necessity of the Lihasa character. But anyway, that's just my opinions, guys. I mean, I feel like they could really do with reinvention of the wheel here. As it stands now, I can tell you, Skeem Saam, it's more like it's sitting on a ticking bomb, and any time can go off, and it won't be good for them anyway. So again, I must say, see, with us, the South African audience, we're very forgiving in terms of our local dramas, our local soapies, our local movies and whatever else. I mean, it's more like, if you don't watch that, there's nothing out there that you can watch. Local content, that is. It's if I don't watch this drama now, whether I like it or not, then I have nothing to watch. So we're very forgiving in that sense, because I believe that if this local drama were so flooded with so many shows, so many good shows, trust me, the writers of Skeem Saam, they will have a rethink again. If you put in shows, if you put in dramas like Uzwalo, which is being crazy on Uzwalo, that is the show to watch. Like, if you're not watching that, I don't know what you're watching, but hey, you really need to get going with that. That is the new movement now. With shows like Uzwalo Generations, I mean, that's like the only competitors on SABC One. But if you were to think about it, if we had like say 10 dramas on SABC One to compete, trust me, Skeem Saam, they were gonna try to reinvent the wheel somehow and get with the game and get with the play. So it's like, okay, if you don't watch Skeem Saam around 6:30, what are you gonna watch? Nothing, So uh, I think that's also in their case where it gets them relaxed more, that they don't see the need to put out more. And I did mention this before to say that the writers of Skeem Saam, they're not putting out their best work. They're not on every episode. They can't really say that this is their best work they can put out. Because if they're thinking that, then they should watch just one episode of Uzwalo and see what writing is all about. Telling a story. Tell a story like you won't get another chance to tell the story. So tell it as best as you can. But hey, it's Mzansi. We're very forgiving in that sense. And again, just one more thing that I would like to point out here. What I would like to point out here is still the fact that Skeem Saam need to bring in some sort of a mafia character, some sort of a character where they're all about that life, they're all about criminal activities and whatnot. I think it really needs that kind of a character to just get things exciting for a moment. So guys, anyway, it's been a pleasure, and thanks for watching. And these are just my own opinions. I'm not forcing them on anyone. These are just my opinions. I'm young. I'm out.